Hey everyone, before this video starts, I'd like to give a special thank you to all my Patreon and Twitch subscribers. If you'd like to learn how to support this channel, possibly for free, just hang out till the end of the video. Thanks so much for watching, guys.
I'm sentencing you to 30 months felony probation, and the probation is going to be to this court. You're going to be allowed to travel wherever you want. You do not have to live in the state of Illinois. You can report by phone. You will pay restitution to the city of Chicago in the amount of $120,106. You are fined $25,000, which is the maximum fine, and you will spend the first 150 days of your sentence in the Cook County Jail. And that will start today.
I am innocent, and I am not suicidal. If I did this, then it means that I stuck my fist in the fears of Black Americans in this country for over 400 years and the fears of the LGBTQ community. Your Honor, I respect you, and I respect the jury, but I did not do this. And I am.
Did he like fake everything and it came out that he faked everything? He like faked everything. He like faked a white supremacist attack on him, which caused the city of Chicago to waste a bunch of resources and manpower dealing with it.
Not suicidal. And if anything happens to me when I go...
Why would I care if he's suicidal? Oh, that's what he's doing. He's promoting the idea that there's a conspiracy theory. This guy's insane. This guy's insane. I was like, why does he keep saying he's not suicidal? He's saying that he's not suicidal over and over and over and over again because he's trying to say that there's going to be a conspiracy to kill him in jail, as if anybody gives a singular fuck about this guy. Okay, the only thing he did was ruin the show that he was on by getting kicked off of it for being a liar. Okay, like this guy's insane. He's really laying so heavily into like this conspiracy shit. Like this guy did a bad thing. This is a privileged black gay dude who probably hasn't suffered the same as a lot of other black Americans because he's fucking rich. And he's trying to weaponize BLM and LGBTQ like ideology so that he can come out like virtuous and woke. But the reality is he's lied about being the victim of like an attack on himself. So this is my country, bitch.
Go in there. I did not do it to myself.
He paid somebody to do it to you.
Hey.
Let's see. See if we can find a quick recap on Jussie Smollett. All right, here we go. Okay. Jussie Smollett investigation. Everything you need to know. Okay.
For Complex News, I'm Pierce Simpson. On January 29th, everyone from Hollywood to Middle America was in shock at the potential attack of Empire star Jussie Smollett.
Empire. My mom loved that show. I personally never watched it, but...
Smollett was said to have been the victim of a perceived hate crime, but fast forwarding nearly a month later, and Smollett is now a suspect. How exactly did we get here? How exactly did Smollett go from sharing a tearful GMA interview proclaiming his attack was something of pure hatred to being charged with a felony?
What an asshole. It took so long. This video is from 2019 and just got sentenced in 2022. It's incredible.
January 29th, the attack. On January 29th at approximately 2 a.m., Smollett was reportedly attacked outside of a subway. Smollett claimed that two men attacked him and yelled, "This is MAGA country," while proceeding to place a noose around his neck, beating him until he had a fractured rib, and poured bleach on him.
Damn, that's fucking harsh.
Before the attack occurred, Smollett
if it happened,
reportedly received hate mail with cutout letters that reportedly read, "You would die, you black fag."
Dude, that's like everybody on social media, bro. That's everybody on social media. You gotta look at your DMs. Oh, it's terrible to tell you to fucking take your own life. It's pretty fucked up.
News spread out. The outpouring of support to Jussie Smollett canvassed social media with people like Lee Daniels, Viola Davis, and John Legend all showing love to Smollett during this troubling time for the 36-year-old actor.
Yeah. It's so crazy because you know what's so interesting is a lot of people got a lot of hate for supporting Jussie Smollett, and I think that some of them, especially politicians, we're probably supporting him from a disingenuous perspective. It's never a good thing to instantly be like, oh my God, this must have happened. And so it makes sense why people around him would do it. It's a little bit bizarre for politicians to do it because you should want to be able to like suss out the entire what actually happened. But it's one of those things where like, who would expect somebody to lie about something like this? You know what I mean? Like, why would you lie about this? And that's why people were like, oh my God, this had to have happened. Because like, what? Who would lie about something like that? It's preposterous. And then, well, I guess Jussie Smollett would lie about it.
January 30th. the security footage. A day after the attack, Chicago Police Department's Chief Communications Officer Anthony Galami tweeted out,
"Damn, dude. He looks like he had a rough life. I'm sorry, brother."
Detectives had located a surveillance camera that shows potential persons of interest wanted for questioning. After this tweet was sent out, the images of the surveillance footage were distributed with the hopes of finding the perpetrators. By January 31st, the Smollett family released a statement that explicitly called the attack domestic terrorism. "We want to be clear. This is a racial and homophobic hate crime. His story has never changed.
That's crazy, man. Imagine having that much of a victim complex.
And we are hopeful they will find these men and bring them to justice." February 1st, Jussie Smollett speaks. Days after his attack in Chicago and the unwavering support from the likes of Reverend
Attack.
Jesse Jackson, the NAACP, and numerous colleagues of Smollett.
It looks so bad for like BLM because he did this. Does he not understand this? This is one of those things where, okay, so I'm gonna kind of like equate this to George Floyd. So when everything when everything went down with George Floyd, a lot of people were like, well, obviously BLM jumped on it because George Floyd was killed by that cop because the cop acted irresponsibly. And the response was like, well, he was a criminal and he had like held a knife or something to a pregnant woman. And he was a bad guy. And he actually, George Floyd did do porn. I don't know why I decided to tell you guys that. Anyway, he wasn't the perfect representation of what for BLM. And the reality is that people, you don't really get to choose. BLM doesn't really get to choose its martyr. Right. And that was the whole idea behind George Floyd. You're not going to find the perfect person that could represent what's going on with BLM. Right. And then, like, of course, Jussie Smollett says this thing. And then people like that, like representatives of BLM, they're like, yeah, look at this. See, we told you. Look at this. This would be the perfect scenario. Right. This would be the perfect person. This is a wealthy black guy that people care about. And that's the reality. A wealthy black star. I mean, people just don't care about other people. But when it's a celebrity, we care. That guy was a victim of a hate crime, a MAGA country hate crime. This is the perfect one. And they're like, yes, of course. Thank God. We've been trying to communicate that there are issues in the black community. And oh my God, look at this. Jussie Smollett got hate crime. And then what happens? It turns out to be fake. You want to know how devastating that is to BLM? Because every single fucking person that doesn't want to acknowledge or any black issues in any capacity, now they get to say, yeah, but what about Jussie Smollett? See, this thing doesn't happen. It's fucked up.
Jussie himself finally decided to share an official statement, doing so with Essence magazine. "My body is strong, but my soul is stronger. More importantly, I want to say thank you. The outpouring of love and support from my village has meant more than I will ever be able to truly put into words." The very next night, on February 2nd, Jussie performed in West Hollywood and stated details about the fight, while he was stating he wasn't hospitalized and, quote, fought the back.
Didn't he say he had like a broken rib or something? How wouldn't you get hospitalized for that?
Jussie also made the bold proclamation that he's the gay Tupac. February 12th.
Ooh, well, right there, black people probably. He was like, we're done with this guy. The gay Tupac. Tupac was the gay Tupac. Just kidding. Don't even try to clip that out of context. We're not even going to play that game, okay? It was a joke. You can take it.
Phone record controversy. As the investigation continued by the Chicago Police Department, leaks began to surface, and USA Today shared that the Chicago PD deemed his phone records that night were not suitable for the investigation due to them being heavily redacted. Jussie claimed that he was ensuring his privacy. February 13th, arrests are made. Nearly 2 weeks after the assault occurred, Chicago PD arrested 2 men in connection with the attack on Smollett. 2 Nigerian brothers were arrested, and according to the Wrap, one of them appeared as an extra on Empire in 2015.
Well, I mean, listen, I know that it's a fake story, but it's possible. Listen, hot take, whether you guys want to like listen to this or not, is that like Nigerian Americans or Nigerian people, like Nigerian Americans, they're not a huge fan of like, say, native black Americans, people who were descendants of slavery. I'm just saying, I made a mistake of calling a Nigerian woman black once when I was a young boy and my mom's job, and she got very mad at me. My mom's like, don't call like Nigerian people or Haitian people black. Like, they don't like it. They don't like to be associated with that. So there's a lot of fighting there. So just a little bit of hey, just so you guys know, a little education thing. Okay.
February 14th, exclusive interview with Good Morning America. After the 2 brothers were arrested by Chicago PD, Smollett appeared on Good Morning America, provided an exclusive interview to Robin Roberts. During the one-on-one, Smollett proclaimed that he was, quote,
okay, not all Nigerian people and native black Americans would have that issue, but it is an issue in some communities, okay, dude? Okay? I'm making a general statement. I'm not saying every Nigerian person hates every native black American, all right, bro? It's just an interesting thing to note that there is what you would consider infighting within some black communities, like between like non-native black Americans and native black Americans, especially older generations. And it's a good thing that things have changed. Okay? Jesus Christ. I'm sorry I wasn't fully contextually accurate there, okay?
Pissed off that the story is being questioned by anonymous sources in the Chicago Police Department and the general public. Over the next 2 days, the brothers will be released from police custody without being charged due to their cooperation in an ongoing investigation. By February 16th, CNN reported that the Chicago Police Department believed Jussie staged the attack on January 29th. Deadline confirmed on February 16th that the Chicago Police Department has shifted the focus of their investigation to Smollett, based on the premise that Mr. Smollett was an active participant in the incident. During this time, Smollett's attorney claimed that they were keeping, quote, an active dialogue with the Chicago PD. February 19th, the brothers speak. By this week, plenty of people were already questioning the legitimacy of the attack, and reports began to surface that Jussie's role on Empire was being diminished in light of the circumstances at play. On February 19th, sources close to the brothers, who were once considered suspects, were hired by Jussie to stage the attack, and even stated that the racist letter sent to the Empire set directed towards Jussie was sent by the actor himself. Essentially, according to those sources, Jussie decided to orchestrate the attack because he perceived that the letter didn't warrant enough attention. February 20th,
Wait.
sources, the Empire set directed towards Jussie was sent by the actor himself.
Wait, what?
Even stated that the racist letter sent to the Empire considered suspects were hired by Jussie to stage the attack, and even stated that the racist letter sent to the Empire set directed towards Jussie was sent by the actor himself. Essentially, according to those sources, Jussie decided to orchestrate the attack because he perceived that the letter didn't warrant enough attention.
Wait. So Jussie Smollett sent himself a racist letter to try to get to be part of the news as a victim, and then when that didn't work out, he hired a couple of black guys to beat him up. Why not just hire white dudes? I'll do it. Okay, I'll beat the fuck out of you. But wouldn't it make more sense to hire a white guy, like white guys for this? You know what I'm saying? That just makes more sense. At least have them like paint themselves white. Something. Put on like a, like a Bill Clinton and Hillary Clinton mask from Party City or something. Why just two black dudes?
February 20th. Jussie Smollett is officially a suspect. A day after the brothers broke their silence via sources, Chicago's Police Department's Chief of Communications, Anthony Golemi, tweeted a bombshell. Jussie Smollett is now officially classified as a suspect in a criminal investigation by the Chicago Police for filing a false police report, a Class 4 felony. Detectives have currently presented evidence before a Cook County grand jury. Smollett's attorney fired back by telling People magazine that they're lining up an aggressive defense on behalf of Jussie. In fact, they released a statement. Like any other citizen, Mr. Smollett enjoys the presumption of innocence, particularly when there's been an investigation like this one, where information, both true and false, has been repeatedly leaked. February 21st. Jussie Smollett is officially arrested. Early Thursday morning, Jussie Smollett turned himself in to the Chicago Police Department and was officially charged with Class 4 felony charges.
He is a very handsome man, honestly. He's just a handsome guy. Like, there really is just no background you could put him against that makes him look bad. It's annoying.
That could have him facing 3 years in prison and $25,000 worth of fines. Chicago PD Superintendent Eddie Johnson called this incident, quote, a publicity stunt and a scar Chicago didn't earn and certainly didn't deserve. Smollett allegedly paid the two brothers $3,500 to complete the act, and the motive.
Ooh, that's it? $3,500, dude? Come on, you could have redistributed that wealth a little better, dog. Could have given me each like $5,000, each $3,500. The fuck, bro?
Behind the entire stage assault, as Eddie Johnson put it, was motivation behind Smollett's dissatisfaction with his salary on Empire.
Sorry, what? He did that. Wait, what?
As Eddie Johnson put it, was motivation behind Smollett's dissatisfaction with his salary on Empire. Chicago PD also called.
Wait, he did this because he wanted to make more money on his show? So wait, what? Okay, so this house somehow makes it even worse. So originally I thought he did it so that he could try to make himself a victim and be like, see, white people are bad. Now that's already bad enough. But it makes it somehow worse that he was just doing it to make himself more popular and famous. He was driving more of a wedge between the racial issues in America just so that he can make more money on Empire. Holy fuck. How incredible.
Called his Good Morning America appearance, quote, shameful, and asked that Jussie apologize to the city of Chicago. So, with all the details out, what are your thoughts? Let us know in the comment section down below, and keep it locked to Complex News by subscribing to us on YouTube.
That was crazy. That was a good rundown. I like that. Yeah, I mean, Jussie Smollett's a little pee-pee head. A little pee-pee poopy head. What if, though? What if the show Empire? What if the show Empire orchestrated this event because he was complaining too much? about how much he was getting paid. And they were like, Jussie Smollett's complaining about how much he's getting paid. And we don't want to pay him more because he's a terrible actor. I don't know if he is or isn't. I didn't watch Empire. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to send a racist letter to him, but make it look like it was from him. And then hire 2 black guys to beat him up. And then somehow he won't know they're black. And he'll think that they're white. I think my entire conspiracy theory unraveled itself. But anyway, and then he'll think that he actually was hate crimed, but we actually set it up to get him fired. Boom. So that's all it is, dude. I fucking cracked the case. Jussie Smollett is innocent. Thank you so much for watching, guys. And another special shout out to all my Patreon and Twitch subs. If you'd like to support this channel further than you already have by just watching the video alone, go down to the links below where you can sub on my Patreon, which will allow you to get your name on this beautiful black wall. Or you can go to the Twitch page and you can actually use a free Amazon Prime sub, if you have Amazon Prime, to subscribe. Thank you very much, guys. Take care.